Okay, we are doing a test. Creative has been encouraging me to get the overlays, and we are getting the overlays going. X4 is one I've been playing for a bit, but haven't streamed yet, and I figured it's time to start. So we're going to go with the Young Gun and get going. I was tempted to start with all the tutorials, but I'm just going to jump right into it. We can always go back and redo the tutorials live on stream if people need them. But if you play the game, I suggest you go through the tutorials yourselves, and then you can get those lessons. And I just noticed that OBS is struggling to actually pick up the game in question. So there we go. Hopefully now it picks up. Yep, there we go.
Elite Vanguard.
Undock. And where did they start me out? Black hole 6. August. And let's go.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Whoa, that autopilot needs some fine tuning.
Autopilot. Short range transporter. A.
Alright, so there's a bad guy. Well, a criminal, I should say. And one way you can get reputation up is by blowing them up. Now you'll notice I'm enumerating around, so I'm not actually risking shooting the station because that can be bad.
Docking granted.
Then we fly up to the little thing, holding O. And we picked up some herbicide.
Autopilot. Engaged.
But shooting down the criminals outside stations are a good way to improve your reputation, particularly when you can't accept missions, which we need to check out. Are there any missions? No, there are not. So you'll see as I'm looking at the information. Oh, okay, by that sound. So you want to go into your settings and make sure you can be in this menu and not like immediately stop. And as you can see, we are traveling right in this menu. And if you look in the background, you can actually see movement. So this is an opacity or a transparency. So you can actually still see your ship and what's going on, which can be very, very useful. As you can see, we only have 10,000 credits to our name and this ship, which, you know, don't discount the ship. The ship is worth 76,000, which is pretty decent in the beginning. So we're going to go see about picking up a ship that's worth a whole lot more. So, fresh start, and we are going to go for a ship that's worth $7 million. It's a large ship, so I can even dock this current ship on it and fly it back to wherever I'm going to decide home is, which right now we don't even have a home. But I'm going to try to get to that ship before all heck breaks loose in the game and see if I can just get it. I'm still debating whether I want to keep it or sell it, because if I sell it, that gives me $7 million in starting capital to start a space station, which I'm very tempted to say, let's just capture the ship, take it, sell it, take the $7 million and start building a space station to build our empire.
Entering system. Second contact.
Very tempting early on, but I think the 7 million is more what we're looking for.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
So you can see the highway system and you can see the ring, even though I targeted it wrong. There is a ring gate straight ahead. They're nice and large, easy to see. You can even see the one across the sector. I just can't target it yet.
Entering system. True sight.
Actually, I want to get on that superhighway. Is it the left side or right side? We'll find out in a moment. There we go, superhighway. Super speed. 12 kilometers a second.
Entering system. Fully vision.
And actually, let's pop out of this, because we want to go that way.
Unknown ship. As you can see, they are about ready to go through this gate. There's going to be a big fight soon. And the advantage of that big fight is they're going to be distracted and not notice little old me.
Entering system. Faulty logic.
They have their orders, and I am not part of those orders. Hey, Slice. How's my sound? Because I had to redo my OBS, so I can't tell whether my sound is appropriate or not. In fact, yeah, okay, OBS is saying that it's capturing my sound. Good, maybe you should have your own live to pull up. I used to do that, and then we kind of got it more dialed in, and I'm trying out a new system, so like I used to do it where I would start a live thing, see if I could hear it, and then mute that one and just use that to see if there's a video break. Bill kind of broke us of that habit because Bill would jump in and has helped us fine tune it where we don't need to do that as much. But I started doing the overlays and it messed things up where I had to completely start over on my OBS scenes. And so this is me testing that completely new, haven't tweaked anything from scratch settings. I did a little bit of a test, but I've also found that sometimes my systems aren't set up the same as other people. So it's always good to ask. Oh, that's the wrong direction. We don't want to go that way. We want to go this way. Come on, get in the highway. And I'm making a factory a mess so I can make stuff better from that. Yeah! Totally get that one. Because it's typically like, that's been the path I've been trying to walk, where I'm making the stuff where we can then make better stuff, and creative's been going in and making the factory better as I improve the research and get the better items, but make it messy.
Entering faulty logic. 7.
Why isn't the map loading properly? There we go. I want to head about over here. And hopefully I can outrun all of them. Come on, lose interest in me. I'm not that interesting of a target.
Empty space.
There we go. Nope, someone decided he wants to pick a fight. Lose interest. Ah, looks like he lost interest. Yay! In fact, the fun part about my current setting is I actually have the chat overlay on my screen, so I can actually read chat without having to take my eyes off my screen. I used to actually have to like look at the other computer to read what chat was saying. Wow, you guys are not giving up. That might be a problem. Well, let's, for the sake of... We'll save it, and we'll see if we can actually fight them in this not great fighter. Okay.
M.
And where's the F button? There we go. And... Oh, he's taking hull damage and I am not, so that's something. Alright, I think he's decided to leave me alone.
Autopilot engaged. Empty space. Autopilot disengaged.
And let's go long range scanning. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Nope. Looks like he hasn't had enough.
M.
If you wouldn't have boosted so far away, we would have been able to fight a lot sooner, dude. gonna be awkward if he bails since I don't have a pilot to take down the ship. But then again, if he bails and gives up the ship, I'm not too far away from the other ship, so I could actually claim it and then pick it up again. But I don't think he's gonna bail. And all that nice good stuff.
Autopilot engaged.
Now let's go to the ship that we're supposed to go to. And messages. Opportunity at Hackbuzz Choice.
Autopilot disengaged.
Well, autopilot, that's one way to stop the ship.
Elite Vanguard.
The Alliance of the World seeks inquiring minds. Interested scientists should convene at our expedition staging grounds in Heritage End. We intend to illuminate the mysteries of junkie technology. All are welcome. Science knows no boundaries of race or faction.
There's our target right there, that nice red little light. You can see the little bars right here that display when you see when one of these is nearby. You can use those to kind of find it. Alright, let's go get this ship back.
Docking granted.
And now you can see we're worth 5 million.
Docking aborted. Docking granted. Elite Vanguard. Docking granted. Odysseus Vanguard. Docking granted.
And there we go. We got ourselves capital ship.
Autopilot engaged.
Turn us so that way it makes sense. There.
Autopilot disengaged.
That is on the collected. Let's go up. And let's go that direction. So one of the challenges in this endeavor is now I gotta get this giant, slow behemoth out of enemy territory. So, and why I say it's a slow behemoth, it can get up to a good top speed, it just takes a good while to get there. So tight turns and that, not the easiest. So my strategy is you do things at a run. So we're going high up so that way we can avoid a lot of the minefields and stuff like that. We're going to get over here and then we're just going to dash to the superhighway. Not quite at that angle yet. Travel engine spooling up, and you can sit there and see why it's a slow behemoth. Once it gets up to speed, at top speed, it's actually faster than the ship we're hauling. In fact, I should start aiming because this thing doesn't turn on a dime either. And that's going to be a needle we need to thread. And I might have already messed up, and we might have to come back around. And I missed. See all those mines? Yeah, not a fun time. Alright, let's kill the engine. Decide to line up all the way over here, and let's let autopilot take us there. Had I had to stop and turn or slow down around that superhighway, I would have been attacked pretty quickly. As you can see, there's already someone deciding they want to attack us. we do have a defense drawing to help us. You know what?
Autopilot disengaged.
Right, there we go.
Elite Vanguard.
Come on, give me control of this ship.
M.
Stream element just yelling at me to hydrate. Alright, looks like that ship can definitely take care of itself. Let's pick up the spoils.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged. M.
Looks like we're getting attacked by quite a few things now. I should remember to try to stick by my capital ship that can also attack back. But, oh, that's a lot of ships. Back, yep. Stick close to the... This doesn't look like it's going to go well, so that's why we actually did the whole... Because I had a strong suspicion it would go that way. This time, try to get more straight on to the superhighway.
Empty space.
Empty space in a hostile zone. There we go. Got me another Pepsi.
Superhighway. Faulty logic. 1.
Yep. And just for the sake of this could go bad, I am not very experienced with flying these giant ships. Will we? Yes, we made it.
Entering. Faulty logic. 1.
Do we have any missions? Nope. Okay. Big battle. And now we are out of the hostile territory.
Entering system. Holy vision.
We're not in friendly territory by any means, but we're not in hostile. Will I be able to turn and hit that jump gate in time? Nope. Alright, so let's kill the engines.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Let's head to the shipyard. Now, these big monster ships can't use those blue highways. It doesn't work for them. But as this ship, when it gets up to speed, goes 6 kilometers a second, that's pretty good once it gets up to speed. Doesn't turn with a darn, but once it gets going, it gets going.
Entering system. True sight.
And luckily, this is just a straight shot, which makes it really nice.
Entering system. Second contact.
Autopilot, do you see the object in front? Okay, you do.
Requesting permission to go.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
I love the theory on why autopilot's so stupid. It's stupid because it has to make decisions to avoid lawsuits.
Argon Shipyard. Docking granted.
Alright, never docked one of these behemoths, so. And yay, docking computer.
Elite. Vanguard. Argon Shipyard.
Well, I don't remember how you're actually supposed to sell the bugger, but go talk to one of the representatives. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do.
Hello there. Hello. Sending you information now.
I keep wanting to push shift to run, but on this game you double tap to run. Okay, why are you sending me back to where I came from? Silly goose.
Hello.
Hey, Luck. You also missed Slice Mister. He even joined. How do I sell the ship? Do I enter options? Oh, so just because you're on and you're the one who's been. This is a brand new save. Ah. Yep, I got the overlays done. Let's see here. Right now I'm trying to see the best way to... Stream element. Ooh, whoa. That was a disturbing. Right as I look back at the actual thing. Eyeballs. Did not expect to see eyeballs. Okay, so we go here. We go to properties. Okay, it says
Hello there.
when not in the ship, open the map, then left click it, right click it, send to the appropriate dot. Alright, it says left click on it, then right click. Ah, here we go. Sell ship. Yes! I will take $9 million for that. Alright. So let's go now talk to the representative and see. Actually, let's just. Come over to here. Go. Property, manage property, create a new plot. Right there is a good one. Buy the license. Start plan. And I'm going to start with the dock. And I'm going to put a storage container. And then I want one of these. And what is it? Shuffle. Oh, you got to have that in that screen before you do the shuffle. Docking energy. Okay. Let's get that started. Confirm. Accept the edit page. And now let's find a builder. No builders in sight. Okay. We're going to have to wait and find a builder. And let's go talk to the local representative.
Greetings.
Let's go in here. Let's buy a modular. Production modular. You know what? I'm going to start out with the hull part production. I know it's not the smartest purchase, but I have the money for it now. Might as well get it. It's just a pity we can't afford that Claytronics. Refined metals and silicone. Confirm.
Goodbye.
Elite. Vanguard.
Undock. Let's look at the missions. Do we have the ability to deploy a satellite? Yes, we do. In fact, let's come over to the wharf.
Autopilot engaged.
Get us a crew, so that way I don't have to be the pilot. I'm gonna have to teach you, or have you teach me this game before it's blown up a couple of times. Oh yeah, like, and feel free to ask any of the questions that you've encountered on stream, because again, then it's out there and people can see it and know what they need to know. So, just a cursory bit to talk about what we just did, because you missed it. So, you know, I kind of started over here. I made a dash to Holy Vision. This nice little arrow pointed to exactly where we wanted to go. We jumped to here. We hit the highway. We hit here. We ran all the way over here. And right here was the Olympus, the ship we just sold. It's big. It's bulky. So we flew it up over the plane to here, which then we dashed into here, because trying to maneuver in this area is very dangerous, and the ship can get pretty quick, so it's just easy to bolt. Then we bolted from here to here into here, and from here we could actually just take our time to get back to the shipyard, which you can't use the wharf, you gotta use the shipyard. Ooh, I see a mission that I probably want. Right there. Why aren't... That's... There we go. Accept that mission, because I will eventually build that.
Argon Wharf.
I was going to just... going where the quest led. And that's what I did initially. And as you know, I got very far doing that. And now that we're kind of set up, we are going to kind of alternate between following the quests and building economy. I got 2 ships, the 2 they gave me. Yeah. Well, right now 2 ships is more than I have. Right now I just have the crappy starter ship.
Successfully docked.
Alright, let's upgrade this guy. Simply, let's get me a crew. And while I'm at it, I'd like to have a better docking computer. So now, I don't know if you just saw, I bought 2 crewmen fairly cheaply for my thing. Let's look at which one has the best piloting skill. You have the best piloting skill. You are now promoted to captain. Give up my seat. Oh, actually, no. I want to fly for a bit, because we need to go looking for a data lake. Come on, autosave. Let's deactivate that mission. Ooh. So, have you encountered these guys before? They're very useful. Because they help you build reputation. Including on things like the Holy Vision, where they don't like you and you normally can't do missions for them, if you hang out around their shipyards and stuff. Yeah, if you hang out around the space stations, those guys will pop up. They're just regular criminals. They're not that huge of a deal. Ooh, I see you. I see you. You're right there. There's a data link nearby, which could contain hidden mission offer. To learn more about this activity, open the tutorial. Oh, we don't need the tutorial for this one. So, as you can see, there's the data leak right in front of us. You'll see below on my crosshair how there's the noise thing.
Thanks for your help.
Just a moment. I don't need you to tell me the docking thing. As you can tell, I definitely started a fresh game. So what you do is you get close to it in scan mode.
Help. Please, I need help.
If you are receiving this transmission,
That's the one I wanted.
Now, you just need to dial in the Heretic's end coordinates and... Oh, I must go now. My captain will soon return, and there is so much more to prepare.
Set. Oh, wait, no. I want that to be active.
Autopilot engaged.
Alright, let's go rescue this guy. Because I don't know if you've encountered that guy before. He'll become your head researcher. And if you... I don't know whether I should give spoilers or not. But... Now this is where I died.
Entering
Yeah.
system. Atikva's choice.
This automated message is being broadcast exclusively in the proximity of Heretic's End. Signs indicate that we will imminently witness the extraordinarily rare reactivation of a jump gate. The Alliance of the One has assembled an expedition to study this rare event. A reactivation, able to be investigated scientifically, is an exceedingly uncommon opportunity. You are welcome to join us.
That's fair.
Entering system. Morningstar. Unknown object.
Okay, people are coming in. It looks like it'll take about 20 minutes, and good, that's on its way. We are 5 followers away from getting affiliate. There's a builder. Wait, did we ever select a builder? I don't think we did. We have not selected a builder. Hire a builder. Select. Haha! So now we have a builder to go build our space station. So, since he brought that up, so we'll go into here, and I'm not sure if you saw how I did the plot. You come over here where it says manage plots. You can go create plot and go like this, find where you want it. The closer you are to something like a jump gate, the higher, like, there's the point of interest. You can see how it's more expensive than further away. Getting close to jump gates can get very expensive. Once you have your plot, you go in, build plan. And from here, I always recommend you start with the docking, because that allows you to go park and start doing things. So like the dock, like the funny part, the craziest part is to get a space station up and running, a dock and a storage is all you need. You can actually start making money with just a dock, a storage, and a manager. I do recommend building energy cell producer. That powers most everything. So it's always good to have an energy cell attached. Because the trick is, the reason you only need storage and a dock is you can then be just a trading post. You can buy low and sell high and make money that way. So you don't actually need to produce anything to make money. This game has an economy system, and just being a point for people to exchange goods, you can start making money right away. Now, it's typically more profitable if you have a producer, and Energy Cell is a great place to start. It's only 880,000 credits, and that's if you buy all the parts at value. It can be slightly higher, it can be slightly lower, because again, the game's all an economy-based game. So, in fact, good thing that we're talking about this, because I want to put one of you down, one of you down, one of you down. So, I'm sure you remember I did this shuffle thing earlier. Shuffle the modules. Now this can actually do a few things for you. You'll note I'm actually outside my plot boundaries. I couldn't do that normally. The game can do cheats, and when you do the shuffle, it bypasses the plot boundary, and I can actually build larger than my plot. It also came in and filled in the missing gaps that were needed to make it work. These guys. And I'm going to make a point to, let's see here, can I get it to fit somehow into the plot? I think I'm going to have to increase the size of the plot anyway, so let's see here. Sometimes this build thing can be a bit frustrating. Alright. Confirm changes. Oh yeah. Let's actually go. Remove. move. And in fact, give me a second, because I need to try to move something on my. Come on. Right, we'll just minimize you for now. The whole transparency is messing me up, the chat display. But remove that. Remove that. We want, no. We want it on a closed loop construction. Because that means it's not going to, it's only going to use certain resources instead of having all the variants. All right. We want to go shuffle, confirm. Close. Alright. Now make sure I didn't mess things up. Let's go. Alright, so it's going to rebuild the dock because it apparently had already finished the dock. How much? So how much was that stations? So to build all this, now mind you, we've already bought much of the material. It's going to cost about $4 million. Yes, selling that ship basically enabled this entire venture.
Entering system. Heretics End.
And again, the fun part's going to be, I already have the hull part modular. So once that gets built,
Denizens of Heretics
ooh.
End. Please evacuate the designated area immediately.
What's going on? Sir, we are picking up an unusually high energy signature.
It seems like a Terran.
Goodness me! It worked! I made the jump! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Excuse me, Traveler. Did you hear the Alliance broadcast? I wonder, would you be interested in collaborating with one of the greatest scientific minds of our time? I am Bozon Tar. As far as I am aware, I am the only Bohr on this side of the network schism. I am currently in the market for some personal assistance. Should you be interested, please do come for a face-to-face chat.
Yeah, I remember the mission going somewhat differently where I actually had to rescue his butt and I got a ship for it. And this was not where the station ended up in my main game.
Unknown station. Out of docking range. Docking granted.
aboard the mystery installation. I do apologize for the mess. I only recently escaped my split captors. Can you believe they forced me to develop weapons? Anyway, I have not yet had sufficient opportunity to undertake much housekeeping. Best not to dwell on the past. All is well now. The installation seems vaguely to be of Terran origin, but it is certainly no run-of-the-mill station. It is equipped with uncommonly advanced research facilities. Frankly, I am rather longing to lose myself in the lab
Oh, yeah.
and focus wholly on science. This brings me to a business matter.
That was one of the first things I bought after selling the ship.
Base operations. I will be far too preoccupied with my important work. Might this be a suitable and rewarding use of your skills? No need to answer. Of course it is. I have transferred the station to you. I trust you will make good use of it. When you are not otherwise engaged, please do pop down to see me. I am sure there will be bits and bobs that you may be able to help me with regarding my research. When you are ready, of course, you have a new station to grapple with.
This installation is equipped for habitation of all races, and this room seems to be some sort of research area. I expect I could spend years poring over the data contained in these systems. Hello there! Yes, I have already made some progress. There appears to be several things we can research at this facility. Please take a look. It appears, as you can see, there is much to do. I personally find mention of this teleportation irresistible, but I leave it up to you to decide what we research first. Please note that these research items have certain requirements. I would award you imaginary star points for attaching it to the structure, but you are, of course, free to— I would award you imaginary star points for attaching it to the structure, but you are, of course, once you are satisfied with the placement, confirm your changes. Now, allocate sufficient credits to the construction site. I recommend accepting the estimated construction budget.
And no builder in sight yet, so... No, this is not how I learned about building. I had actually got my space station up and running
Elite Vanguard.
before I got this guy. I'm guessing there was, like, I did buy some of the DLC, and I think they realized, oh, let's work in how to upgrade the station. Or the other answer is I had already done enough that it recognized it didn't need to walk me through building a station when I already had a manager running 2 stations by the time I got it. All right, let's take a look at these messages. Excuse me. All right.
Elite Vanguard.
So we are keeping an eye out for builders. And we also need to get manager. So there's a lot of things we now have to get going. And I'm going to steal money from the Black Hole Fund. Because... that's enough for them to get working on things. That's enough for your budget. So we need to hire 2 managers and get both stations a manager. You get buildings and managers from hiring people from other stations, right? Yep. In fact, as soon as we... Ooh. But, Heretics in. Planning. Hire a builder. Select. There we go. Yep. So, one of my goals in not necessarily this stream, but in this run, is I want to get one of my own builders. Now, there's two ways of doing it. You can either buy it, or these guys, we're not exactly enemies, but we're not exactly friends either. My plan is to build an attack force and come in and board and conquer one of their builders and then bring it back. And if I'm able to do that successfully, I'll probably, do that more than once. One so I can keep, and the second one so I can sell it. Okay.
Entering system. Morning Star.
Set inactive. Alright, let's look at missions, why we travel. I need to get a better ship, but, most of the funds I've been going to is going to be getting this station up and running. Because the sooner that gets up and running, the sooner we start making good money. Let's go to the build planner. All the resources are coming in. We don't have quite everything, but we're almost there. So we're going to be starting off fairly strong. I'm very happy that we're going to be starting off making hull pieces, because that's going to be both lucrative and money saving, because then I will be able to produce my own and not have to buy them. Alright. I'm also going to show you a nice little trick when it comes to getting pilots and managers. Because a lot of times they get their skills built up from just doing things, but there's a particular easy way to get up to like a 2 to 3 star manager or pilot right away. To train engineers, the best way, you get one of those builders and just build stuff. And that will level their building skill or their engineering skill.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
I am kind of trying to keep an eye out for missions. Ah.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Oh yeah. Deploy a satellite there when you get a chance. So you want to keep deploying satellites because satellites give you a real-time view of that area. If we come down to this guy here, I can't give you, you'll see, I can't really get a real-time view of what they have. So when you want to do a lot of good trading, you want to have real-time data on what their costs and selling are. By putting those beacons, you get that. Are you going to dock already so I can do my thing? You are docking, right? Are you waiting for air traffic control to give you permission to dock? There we go. Don't worry, we'll get you to be a better pilot so you can do this easier. Oh, they're building a ship. That's what you're seeing down there going on.
Elite. Vanguard.
The ship will be undocking soon.
Oops. Again, I get annoyed that I push shift to run.
I'll wait for you to tell me to take off.
But yeah, they're building the ship and you get to watch them build it. I want you to proceed with your orders and then come back and dock. So I can do my thing while you're doing your thing. Where is one of the... It's built and now it's going to where it needs to go. I don't think you have a lot of freedom. I think basically the freedom is they have a chassis already designed. And then you can pick the chassis and then you have hard points that you can then use to attach things to it. I want to go to this one. Where is the elevator? Well, this is where I want to go anyway. So.
Hello.
Hello
Can I
there.
help?
Let me see
Here
your
you go.
wares. Pilot seminar. Manager seminar. Thank you.
Good luck out there.
Want to communicate with my pilot. Give seminar. Pilot seminar. Pilot seminar. Back. Back. And if we remember, she was a crummy pilot when we gave her the ship. She's now almost a 3-star. Alright. Add to shopping list. Confirm. And also, look, we'll come into here. Information on the crew. You're not that great of an engineer yet, so let's work for me somewhere else. Alright. Is it because it's not built yet? I think it's because it's not built yet. Okay. Manager. Assign. We'll come over here and we'll go, hey! Heretics in. Information. Oh, look, there's the manager. Give me communication. Seminar. Manager.
Goodbye.
And now that person is slightly better manager. So, especially when you're first starting out, you want to come talk to these traders because they can offer those seminars.
Can I help? Here you go.
Alright, let's get... I know these are bad prices. I don't care. I want to have them. Confirm.
Good luck out
Goodbye.
there.
Alright, let's come over. I hate when I do that. Oh, there's the elevator I was looking for earlier. Here's a nice little tip too. Once you've been playing, you can start picking this up. You want to scan and see, oh, this one has one trader, unfortunately. But we'll still go here. Sometimes there's multiple traders, and they can offer different things. Okay. The other thing to check is the crafting table to see whether you can craft anything. Because like space eggs can be turned into some pretty decent money. Alright, let's come over here. Information. We are short. Okay. So just to emphasize the whole... Alright. Let's go to this one, because this one's a trading place. I see you're starting up your game. Let me double check things. And I don't know if you noticed, I'm actually in your voice chat. Just on the off chance you did decide to jump in and see what was going on. Keep the mission tab open, because missions can be very profitable at this time of the game.
Yeah, I seen.
Wow, that's an armada. I wonder, what are they going to go fight the pirates? I'm just glad they're not coming to fight me.
Atikva's choice.
Drop the satellite. And then redock. Xenon rating M. No missions have been popping up, sadly. What says I have 4? Gotcha. But as you can see, my pilot's handling the docking so much easier now.
The ship will be undocking soon.
Alright, and right here is
I'll wait for you to tell me to take off.
You can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4 traders. Go ahead and proceed with your orders, because part of your orders are to come right back.
Can I help? Here you go. Safe journey.
Reality's destabilizing. Okay. Oh, there we go.
Can I help? Here you go. Good profit to you.
Can I help? Here you go.